Yes. Now, sir, mines department, the main focus area in the department are primarily to make first sand is the most important mineral, not only for the economy but for public also. So it has to be made accessible, affordable, and easy to obtain. Second thing is to control the pricing in this mineral excavation and sand transportation, unauthorized movements. Now, collectors, SP both are there. A lot of complaints do come regarding unauthorized movement of sand. So, what we are doing, how we are doing, that clarity should be there in the team of collector and SP. Illegal mining, apart from sand, there are other minerals also. Illegal mining needs to be controlled. Uh, and one more important aspect of our mineral administration is that wherever the mines are not working, because if the mine works, then only we get revenue. If the mines are not working, the collector should examine why such thing is happening, what is the support or facilitation which is required to ensure that they run, economy runs, and our revenue also keeps ticking. Next. Now, first aspect which was discussed in previous collector conference also with regard to sand. Now, after the implementation of the free sand policy, wherein, as I said, the objective of the government is to provide at free sand to the public, so that it is not only in public interest, but it is a boost for the economy. It's a saving for the industry. It's a saving for the construction sector. A lot of spiral effect is there on the basis of this action. So government definitely loses some revenue because of such action, but at the same time, the spiral effect of it on the economy makes it makes the effort a reasonably economical effort, because construction activity increases, because people get employment, because it leads to further infusion of money into the economy. Now, sand availability is the first aspect. Availability may we have presently only 4 or 5 stockyards are functioning. Those are almost over. The second aspect is with respect to desiltation. Out of these desiltation, 26 are operating in different districts. And now the most important source of sand is our manual reaches. Now, we have 111 manual reaches. However, present functioning is only 57. So there are different reasons of non-functioning. I have already written in the PPT. Water flow is the major thing. So my request to the collectors is that wherever, please keep yourself aware of the situation of water flow. Now, apparently, to a large part, water would have been reduced. So these 32 manual reaches which are there where still water flow is there, keep a watch over it. And as soon as the water flow is over, they should be immediately started. I hope all the collectors would have completed the process of finalizing the agency for running these sand reaches. Other certain local issues are there, and court cases are there. Court case anyway, please follow it up in the court. But the major aspect is water flow aspect. Keep a watch and start it as soon as the water recedes in this thing. Next. Apart from manual reaches, the second aspect is semi-mechanized reaches. As we have already informed, we are on touch over WhatsApp group. 17, we have already received the ECs, and we had asked you to follow the tender process and start operation there. The operations are yet to start. Please see that it starts as early as possible, because after declaration of free policy and after 15th of October, because availability of sand will determine the actual rate at which the consumer gets the sand. So with manual reaches, with desiltation reaches, it has increased. With semi-mechanized reaches, it is increased double. So once you start this thing, we expect that the sand price of sand will definitely reduce to further extent if you increase these numbers plus increase the efficiency of operation of these things. So Srikakulam, Konaseema, NTR, Nellore, Kadapa and Kurnool, these are the districts where we have already ECs have already been received, and then tender process is there. For other reaches where TORs have been issued, please follow up with the DDMGs in your district, so that this also in 1 or 2 months, if you get the ECs, you can start further operation in these things. Next. Another important aspect of our policy was to start the mineral dealer licenses, to give certain people license in those districts where there is no sand reach. For example, Visakhapatnam, Anakapalli, Kakinada, Prakasam, these places. So we have already issued an order. Some of the districts have already started supplies also, like Vizag and Prakasham, Tirupati, Nandyal. Other districts also, as I said, as much as sand we can put it in the market, that will be the best thing which will be there for the consumer. The rates will reduce. So you have manual reaches, you have semi-mechanized reaches, you have MDLs. If you require MDLs in other districts also, where there is no, where you feel that still, that also you can request the government, we can take a decision on that thing. Patta land application also, this is one thing where the performance is not satisfactory across all the districts. The process of giving permissions from Patta lands is apparently not being taken seriously by the district administration. We have a lot of joint inspections which are pending. Then we have approved, the number of approval is very less as compared to the application file. And I keep on getting complaints from different people who meet me that Patta land is not being taken seriously by the collectors. Please be aware of the fact that, as I said, wherever it is legally possible to take the sand to meet the demands of the people, it should be done. If it can be done, it should be done. You have to do it. Next. Now, with respect to now, district SPs are also there. Vigilance aspect of mineral administration, that is very important. Two type of complaints are still coming, even though the rates have reduced substantially as compared to what was there 2 months back. With the new policy intervention, in fact, some of the district has become half of what was available. However, still complaints keep on coming of charges, high charges at the source point, and then smuggling of sand outside the state. So these two things are very important for both collectors and SPs. Outside the state, our free sand going is something as indicative that we are not at all vigilant about our own resources, or protecting or conserving our own resource. Please be, we have checkpoints. I also had a meeting with collectors, VC. We had already instructed all of you that, and personally also I'm talking to you on certain occasions whenever the complaint comes, your vigilance mechanism at the supply point as well as at the check post at the interstate boards have to be made more effective and strengthened in a manner that you can get, you can catch hold of the person who is involved in these things. So there are 39 check posts which are identified in these 7 districts. Still, some of the check posts are not having CC cameras. This has to be done immediately on the urgent basis, and the mechanism because I had instructed that these feeds should come to the command control center of the district police office, and then these should be tracked. All those things where violations are noticed should be tracked. So to some extent, work has been done, but still it has to be done in a 100% manner. Next. This is another IVRS feedback we are taking as per the instructions of our Honorable Chief Minister. 86% is the level with last, after the new sand policy has come, level 86 to 90%. But then again, as I said, still there are complaints of higher pricing, complaints of quality and quantity issues. So all the districts have their own facilitation center. Phone numbers have been given to everybody. We have a call center. We keep on getting calls. Whenever it is transferred to you, please take immediate action. And pricing की complaint అయితే అసలు రాకూడదు, because one side we are losing money as revenue, on the other side if somebody is taking advantage, that is not acceptable. Please be careful about that thing. We have to, as a minimum 95% achievement satisfaction level is what minimum I am saying we need to aspire for. Next. These are with regarding other minerals, there are, as I said, there are out of the 4,000 leases, 4,000 and odd leases which have been given in our state, almost 2,000 leases, 50% leases are not working. So if they are not working, then we cannot expect any revenue from these things. So economy activity, revenue activity, both has now idle. So have a review at the commission, at the director DMG level. Review is being done. They have identified the issues, communicated to the DDMGs. You also take some interest and ensure that if anything is pending, some NOC at the revenue department is pending or some forest issues there, that also your contribution would be required to sort out such issues. Next. These are some district-wise issues. I've already told the major issues. I'll just run through. Srikakulam semi-mechanized reaches you have to put into operation. Some extra charges complaints were there. Now it is not there, but then again you have to be vigilant about that aspect. Vijayanagaram, Manyam, you have to enhance production in your reaches. Visakhapatnam stockyards, these ML mineral dealer license MDL have been given, but all the MDLs have yet to start. You have to coordinate with the nearest districts for seamless supply. Konisima semi-mechanized reaches, as I said, they should come into operation. You have identified new reaches also, that also expedite. East Godavari, complaints of higher charges at the supply point were received. You have taken some action, but still that needs to be continued. Engage with the transporters and these construction people so that you continuously keep on getting the feedback. Next. Krishna, Guntur reaches, some of the manual reaches are still to be put into operation. Just see, whenever the water receipts or whenever these court cases issues is over, you have to start those things. NTR complaint of cross-border keeps on coming into the newspaper. Some action was initiated. So drones were also employed. We keep on getting some positive feedback also, but then again, I think that is not enough. NTR requires, collector and the commissioner requires some more efforts to control the cross-border movement of sand. Prakasham, Tirupati, Chittoor operationalize the MDLs. Satyasai, Anantapur also, the cross-border movement of sand has been noticed. Even in Kurnool and Chittoor also. So I have been in touch with the collectors, but then again, is very strong mechanism we require to ensure that no sand, our free sand, does not move to other states. Thank you.